Yo lads, today, as you can see by the title, today we're going to be making 7 personalities that I hate from people. Number 7, people who have the audacity to criticize me just because they have the wrong perspective of what I've said. Now, surely you've came across people like that, but let me explain what I've experienced. So, on Friday, I came across some of my fans, and I'm always that YouTuber who always says, oh, what's your favourite video? And one of them liked the Liverpool versus Chelsea video. Now, before I explain this, and you happen to be this person, I want to let you know that I don't hate you for this, because you've only done it once, and yes, I can accept one-offs. Anyway, in the Liverpool versus Chelsea video, I imitated John Terry for something that he said a few years ago. I think it was like 2011 he said it. And he said something racist to Anton Ferdinand, and I imitated what he said. And one of my fans, the one that likes the Liverpool versus Chelsea video, got the wrong perspective of that and thought I was racially abusing another black player, which I would never do. Because like I've said in the Jesse Nelson video, what's the point in bullying people? Because at the end of the day, we're all children of God. Number 6, people who stereotype or overreact over one thing. Now, surely you've came across people like that, but let me explain what I've experienced in my lifetime. Now, this happened in primary school. Now, we're going back at least 9 years or so. I had a mate who was a great friend at the start, but he kind of became the absolute epitome of treacherous. You might think treacherous means you're not trustworthy or you've committed a betrayal. No. This guy actually describes both of those things. Because near enough the end, I remember one time I sat behind him. In the desks, I was behind him, and I heard one of his conversations. I can't remember what he said, but I remember what I said. I reacted like, seriously? And then he turned around and stared at me for like a split second and said, stop copying, stop butting into our conversation, stop eavesdropping, whatever he said. And another thing that he did, I remember one time I happened to be in the gents room with him, and then he criticized me of following him to the toilet all the time, just over one time. And before I get on to the 5th one, I want to let you know that if you remember the second point in the 10 reasons why we should show more respect to God, and you remember me telling you the day before I got saved, there was a guy who I found in my friend request box on Instagram, and I declined him. That's who I'm talking about. But another thing before I go on to the 5th one, there was another thing. This was around the time when I started getting into football. You know me, I'm a die-hard Liverpool fan, and I told him, he asked me, oh, what team do you support? And I said Liverpool, and he said, no, you should be supporting Chelsea, you should be supporting Arsenal. So he was an Arsenal fan, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know what it was, maybe just Liverpool weren't doing that great, I don't know. But yeah, I felt controlled, thinking that I had to be an Arsenal fan, when, yeah, I just felt controlled. Number 5. Impatience. Now, for those people out there who will admit that they don't have great patience, they're just not patient, they're just impatient, let me tell you, the longer it takes to do something, the better. Number 4, ignorance. Now, surely I'm not unique. I'm not a unique specimen. Everybody hates ignorance. But let me explain what I've experienced. I think near enough the end of June, I think it was. For those who live in this country, Northern Ireland, and I've been to the Apple store in Victoria Square, and there's an upstairs part. Well, I was going upstairs, and someone that I recognised from secondary school was happening to be going down at the precise moment that I was going up. And later the same day, I messaged them on Snapchat saying, oh, I walked past you in the Apple store. And they had the audacity to say, really? Now, they're saying really as if to say that they couldn't see a 171cm Jacob McAtanley who was not even a millimetre of a distance. There wasn't even, there was probably even one atom in the distance between me and the person that I'm on about. You see, God gave you these two things. Yes, they might not be brown, they might be blue, green, black, purple, orange, whatever colour they happen to be. That doesn't interfere with your eyesight. So why think that you have the right to act as if you're blind and I'm stupid? That you couldn't see me when I was 1cm. No, if I was just really close to you, unless you're in a flipping glaucoma or something. Fine. If you're in a glaucoma, why aren't you wearing glasses? Number 3, fakers. Now, surely there's loads of people that you've met that are fakers. But what I mean by fakers, it's kind of like a gossip thing, if you know what I mean. Because this happened like at least 4 months ago, at the start of June, after I made the second voice impression video. And when I upload, I show you a 10-second preview of the video, and what I chose was the Russian impression. And someone screen recorded that, which I'm gonna admit, I don't mind people screen recording or screenshotting as long as they're being honest. So I asked them why they did it, and then they acted stupid and they said pardon. And then I showed them proof, like I showed that I screenshotted the part where it shows that they screenshotted it or screen recorded it. And they were being subtle, thinking, oh shit, I didn't know, I left my screen record on, sorry. And then I went ahead and said, I told them, don't worry about it, as long as you're being honest. And what they do, bear in mind, this was on Snapchat, and you can tell whether they screenshot a conversation or a story. And they said, of course, I would never lie to you, and screenshot it and put it on their private story when I'm not in their private story. Now, before I go on to the third point, I want to tell you another thing that they've done. Now, this is the gossip part of what they've done. Like, I sent them a message on Instagram, and I said, will you miss me? They said, yes, of course, you're my bestie. When one of their friends, they talk to one of their friends who doesn't go to the same school as they do, and obviously I wouldn't know them in person. I talk to them and say that I have no mates. So you get the picture. They gossip about me, saying I have no friends, and tell me that I'm their best friend, when in reality they're fake. Number 2, self-centered. Now, surely I'm not unique. Everybody hates it when people are being self-centered. But the specific self-centered that I hate is the people that ask you to do something and give you nothing, absolutely nothing, in return. Basically, the people who just use you as toilet paper, like a human toilet paper, and give you nothing in return. And finally, number 1, people who just shout all the time. Now, I'm specifically aiming this at teachers or trainers. Like the teachers who do nothing but shout, as if to say that that's meant to give you a confidence boost or to keep you focused. No, it doesn't keep you focused. It just makes you feel worse. Right, surely that has to do before I go insane. And surely you've came across people like that. I'm not unique, hopefully. And please like, subscribe if you haven't already, comment, share on social media, and thank you very much for watching.